Hey guys, it's RGtheAwesome here, bringing us a very special video. As you can see, I'm back. That's right. I had a little bit of technical difficulties, which left me without a laptop, without any way of recording or doing anything. So I've been doing everything all over all over my phone. But of course, I couldn't record this. I couldn't do the recording for the Orange League. I still did it. However, with my phone, I made a few misclicks, which were pretty bad. But anyways, speaking of the Orange League, for the three matches that we were doing, for each of them, I was doing fairly well. Partly against Dallas, I actually misclicked when I sent the invitation, and I actually sent him the wrong team. So the team was decent against him, but oh my god, that was horrible. And so yeah, we didn't win that one. Against UCLA, Ryan took over for that team. Um, I made a misclick that really mattered. So that happened, and also with a few para hacks. That match wasn't our best either. And then Ryan. Oh man, against Ryan, I'm never gonna let this go. But we were in amazing control of the battle. We started off perfect. Gallade was just destroying his team. He had his Whimsicott out. It was subbing, getting some back from leash seeding from leftovers, but there was no more HP for leftover for anything for him to set up a sub. He couldn't. There was nothing for him to do. Gallade was faster than him because of a speed boost pass from Scolipede. I didn't see for any reason why he would keep Whimsicott in. I figured he was going to preserve it, go for Latios, which I had nothing for, so I swapped into Flygon, expecting a switch into Latios so I could take that out no problem. He didn't switch. He used Moonblast, and that was the end of the match. Like, I was not able to recover from the horrible misplay I made, which I tend to do a lot. I tend to be a decent battler, except for when I make a bad prediction and everything just goes wrong and I end up losing. But we did make the playoffs. So up against Dallas, I'm really hoping that I won't make a bad prediction and ruin it. But that's not my only announcement. Another announcement is my participation in the PDL, which is a draft league. The link will be in the description below. It actually has a channel, unlike the Orange League. In fact, I'm one of the three co-creators, along with my friends Felix and Tobias. But this is also the draft review for the PDL. So this time I got to choose my team name, and I ended up choosing the New York Metas, and from Metagross. What we're doing, it's 3 from OU/BL, 3 from UU/BL2, 3 from RU, and 3 from NU down. Starting with OU, I knew exactly what I wanted. I wanted a super hard-hitting Mega that was also hard-hitting without being a Mega, super hard-hitting special Mega that was the same way, and a Pokemon that I was able to alternate from physical attacks to special attacks. So my first choice was Mega. Hold up, I missed it. Hold up. Mega Metagross. That's right. We got him because with us doing Smogon tiers instead of the tiers that the Orange League used, I'm able to use Mega Metagross, which is amazing. He has that Tough Claws ability, which is just pure destruction with a 145 attack, 150 defense, and 110 speed. And he also has a pretty good special attack. So maybe one day, if I want to trick my opponent, I will bring a special attacking Mega Metagross. He's just absolutely amazing. Also, through the PDL, I don't have to Mega Evolve, so I can use regular Metagross as well. Don't know why that got capitalized the way it is. which he's pretty cool too. Clear body and light metal. So I'm probably going to use clear body for that. I don't see any use for light metal, but I can use choice band, choice scarf, choice specs with a 95 special attack. Um, he's just amazing, and the um, he also gets some pretty good moves too. He has agility, he has bullet punch, he has explosion. So if I want to get some last minute damage off, like how I like to do sometimes for Showdown Saturday, I can do that too. If you hear the background noise, that's my grandpa playing with my baby brother. I'll try to edit that out, but I make no promises. I'm not the best at editing. Um, so, anyways, it was a snake draft, and I actually had second pick. So it went around like quite a few people. We have 10 coaches, and it got back to me with there being one person in between my next picks, and he gets to choose twice. He chose Charizard and said he was probably going to use those megas. So I decided I really wanted to get my the one that could have both high attack and high special attack out of the way first. And I ended up choosing Hoopa Unbound, which is just an amazing Pokemon. With the Magician ability, I may run an item on him, I may not. I may run a gem, may run Citrus Berry. He has an amazing attack, an amazing special attack, and also a really good special defense. On the physical defense, he could be a little better. Same with speed and HP. But um, just looking at his moves, he is being a legendary. He's got a wide variety, and of course, there's the Hyperspace Fury, which is awesome. Uh, However, it does lower the defense a little bit, but that's fine with me. So it went back around to me, and I did get to choose the mega I wanted for a high special attack, and that is Alakazam. Um, and with Magic Guard as a pre-ability, I will not be taking any damage from Stealth Rocks. And with Trace, I get whatever ability. I may get a good ability. I may get a less than good one. But either way, it'll be amazing. But with 175 special attack and 150 speed, this thing is amazing. And with the 95 special defense, it can take maybe one or two special attacks. Um, I'm not going to leave this thing in to take a hit, of course. But the amount of moves that Alakazam gets is pretty amazing too. So that's great. And as with Metagross, I'm also able to use regular Alakazam. And again, like I said, he has Magic Guard. So, and if I feel like my opponent's not going to bring rocks, or if they can't bring rocks, I can bring Synchronize to where if I get burned, they get burned, so on and so forth. I probably won't, but I guess that's there. 135 special attack and 120 speed. This thing just it demolishes stuff. I can run choice specs, which wow, that's just totally amazing. Let's see. 405 max special attack. So if I run choice specs, I have a maximum of over 600 special attack, which will absolutely destroy. Um, so here we got to move on to UU. And I looked through the UU Mons and realized that there was a really good pick for UU that actually went down to me, and that's regular Shaman. I mean, this thing is one of the most unpredictable Mons there are. One of the best in the draft, and in my eyes, the best UU Mon that's in this format. 100 all the way down. A wide variety of moves as well, and of course, natural cure. So I can have him taking a sleep powder if I feel like that's coming, or stun spore or something like that, and just switch him right back out. I have no problem with that. So that's great. Another thing I really wanted for my UU, like I had my UU completely planned out along with my OU. I wanted a dual intimidate core because those things are amazingly awesome. And well, my first intimidator was Arcanine. The good thing about Arcanine is he doesn't have to be an Intimidator. I may decide to run him Flash Fire. I may decide to run him Justified. I can run him Choice Band, Choice Specs, Choice Scarf. I can run him Defensive with the Rocky Helmet. Amazing stats with the lowest stat of 80, and that's not low at all. I mean, it could be better, but he's an amazing Pokemon. He has extreme speed, and I can guarantee Choice Banded Extreme Speed will do amazing damage, always going first. Just totally pure amazingness. My second Intimidator, because it actually fell down to me. Like I was surprised that I got both of my Intimidators. I chose Salamence. Mega Salamence was banned. Otherwise, I would have chosen Mega Salamence over Mega Metagross. But like Arcanine, he has amazing stats. In fact, he has better stats than Arcanine. But in my eyes, not as good as moves. So I can run him Choice Banded, Choice Specs. He is a little weak to Ice, but I can alter around that because I do have Metagross. I do have Arcanine to take those hits. He's also a good defogger. He can learn Roost. He's just got all these amazing things going for him. And then moving on to RU, I decided to look at my Mons, and I realized I made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake during OU. When I first thought up my plan, I thought it was great because they were countering each other pretty nicely. Sure, there were 3 psychic types, but then I realized something with the with 6th gen. Steel no longer resists Dark and Ghost. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have chosen my draft the way I did, because with that I can kind of alternate through them because they wouldn't have any of the same weaknesses except for Alakazam and Hoopa being Bug, which probably would never come. So I thought that was great. Now I do have to worry about those Dark and Ghost type moves. However, after this, what I wanted was a bulky Dark type. However, Umbreon being UU, I couldn't get that, so I had to settle for a different bulky Dark type. Sure, it's Ghost too, so it's all right. But I chose Spiritomb. Its only weakness is Fairy, which I have Metagross for to take care of that, so I may have to worry about that. But it also has Infiltrator, so Reflect, Light Screen, Safeguard, Substitutes, Mist. It doesn't matter with him. He has Foul Play. He has not the best move pool, but there's Foul Play. He also has, plus he doesn't have that bad of stats except for health and speed. With 92 for both his offensive stats, that's actually pretty decent. I can run him offensive. I probably won't because I do need a lot of bulk after my first few rounds of picking. And then on to my other 2 picks. I did get the wheel draft, and what I wanted, I wanted a Regenerator and a nice wall. But see, with me, I was put in charge of letting people know that they were up. And while I was doing that, I didn't notice that Amoonguss was already chosen. So I tried choosing Amoonguss and Escavalier. Amoonguss was already chosen, of course. So, but I did end up getting Escavalier with Swarm. He has Shell Armor, which I probably will use over Swarm, or maybe even Overcoat if I'm up against an opponent that can use a lot of Sleep Powder and stuff. Insane power. 135, 105, 105. It's just amazing there. I can slap an Assault Vest on him, max out his attack and defense. I can slap the berry, I don't know which one it is, but that lowers the fire so that he doesn't have any real weaknesses. It's just, there's a lot I can do with him. I think he was a really nice pick. I really wanted I wanted Regenerator. Of course, Amoonguss was already taken. So I decided to just choose a random bulky Pokemon and choose mine in a lower tier, or just do one for the trading. There wasn't any after any, unfortunately, so I'm going to go ahead and hopefully get a good trade off. Maybe Slowking, but we'll see about that. I ended up choosing Gastrodon. This thing does have some insane bulk to it. Um, I can run it max HP, max defense with an Assault Vest, which that's just amazing. With Sticky Hold, Knockoff, be gone. It doesn't matter. I can run Storm Drain if I want to. And I guess if I decide to bring the Sand, I can run Sand Force. Probably not going to happen, but there's a chance. Or if I feel like a Pokemon will have Sand Force, like Sandstorm in their team, probably never going to happen. But I guess that's a possibility. Starting off my NU down picks. I really wanted a good wall, and what I wanted when I had everything planned out for each of mine. I ended up not doing my plan for RU except for Escavalier, but for NU I wanted Togetic, I wanted Dusclops, and I wanted a good wall/rocker. Then I realized Togetic is actually an RU. He was actually drafted by the LA Kinglers, so I'm gonna try to arrange a trade with that because I really, really, really want Togetic. Anyways, I ended up deciding to choose my good walker and a really good wall in Regirock. The bulk to this thing is insane with a 200 defense, 100 special defense, and an 80 HP. Like, I don't even have to invest in defense because it's already there. Uninvested, it's 436. That's incredible. And even if I do decide, and when I do decide to invest it in it, like max, it's 548. That's insane. And with 100 attack, I can run this thing semi-offensive as well. It's amazing. It's just an amazing Pokemon. Great Rocks. It has Explosion. I like that. Um, it has Drain Punch, so it's got some recovery there. I may slap an Assault Vest on it and like use Drain Punch as recovery. There's just so much I can do with this Pokemon, and I'm so happy I drafted it. So after losing Togetic, my picks were going to be Dusclops and Armaldo. I wanted Armaldo as a good spinner, but on the pick, LA Kinglers chose Dusclops. I was sniped twice by LA, so I lost out on Dusclops, which was horrible. And then I forget who drafted after LA, but they drafted Armaldo. So I was sniped twice in a row, and I'm just scrambling, trying to figure out who do I want to draft. Who do I want to draft? I need to choose. I ended up choosing as Torkoal as my spinner. And then looking at my team, I realized I already had a bulky fire type. So that probably wasn't the best choice. So Torkoal probably won't be staying around for very often. I do have a Defogger with Mints, so I don't need him in a battle. I may bring him if I need to, but I'm probably going to end up trading him or dropping him to free trade because I already have Arcanine and I just wasn't paying any attention. So it's Cradily. It's also really helps my team. It's insanely bulky. It also has suction cups, so I guess that works. But water storm drain, that's amazing. I also have Gastrodon, so I have no problem with water types here. There's so many things I can run on this thing. Most likely gonna be leftovers. But he does have decent offensive stats, so I may actually run him choice 1 week just to throw my opponent off. But he also has just an abundance of moves here. Like he has recover, he has rock polish, he has stealth rock, he has sword stance. So if I do want to run him offensive, I can like give him sword stance, and that like give him a substitute and just sweep throughout the team. He has so much going for him, so much going for him. Um, if I don't want my opponent to switch, I can actually trap him in with infestation too. There's also end grain. Like he's a good Pokemon. I can do so much with this thing. I can even switch my opponent's ability to Insomnia with Worry Seed. Like I didn't know that it actually switched the ability. That's great. Um, I can also run a stockpile set on this thing. Like I said, there's just a lot I can do with Cradily, but looking over it, I did make that really bad decision in the beginning, and I still don't have anything to really handle a dark or ghost type move. Probably gonna pick up something in the free agency for that. Again, like a fairy type would also be all right. The one I was hoping for was Togetic. Um, let's see. Is there anything else I have about this draft? Torkoal. Torkoal is another thing that I'm going to be switching out. Uh, Possibly Gastrodon because I really want a Regenerator. So one of those two are going to go. I mean, I do have Mints with Defog, but I don't want to be forced to bring Defog Mints. So I want a good Regenerator. I want a good Spinner. Um, I man, I can't believe I made like so many mistakes during this draft. But I mean, I guess that's all right. My team's not bad. In fact, on when you average like when you average out all the stats and everything, I have the highest stat total of the team, like of the entire league, first place. So that's completely amazing. In fact, most of my stat averages are over 100. I think other than HP, special defense, and speed are all over 100. So my team is not bad at all. I love this team. It's amazing, but it could have been better if I wouldn't have made those mistakes. But oh well, I can't do anything about that now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Anyways, you guys stay awesome. I know I will, and I will see you next time.